MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Kansas City Royals and the Baltimore Orioles. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Andrew Cashner, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Andrew Cashner, big guy, big arm. You know, he's been the guy that everybody's wanted to get their hands on. Big, strong guy, 6'6", about 220 pounds. Hard thrower, 95 to 97. Good sink, good slider, decent changeup. He's yet to put it all together, but if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough to hit.
Grounded back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So here in the first inning, the leadoff man's aboard to kick things off.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. Strike called. Now the throw down. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Well, I think he's making it pretty obvious why he's batting leadoff, isn't he? Works his way on base to start the game, and then does even better by swiping second to put himself into scoring position. He's trying to make an impact from the get-go in this one.
Comes set with the 0-1. Good out in front there is Gordon, and this one's hit on the ground to second. And there's one down now. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. What's the key for them tonight, Hero?
I got that this lineup, Matty, in Oriole Park likes to swing the bats. This place plays small. This place has a low wall. You can drive it out pretty much line to line, and there's a lot of room to be a hero in this yard.
First offering on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one.
Well, I think that's a great spot for that pitch. In on the hands. It wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there, he's going to be very effective in this one.
And he takes a cold strike one. Merrifield takes his lead at third with one away. Swing and a liner. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. And he is out trying for two bases, but credit him with a single and an RBI here. So here's the Royals DH, Jorge Bonifacio. First pitch on its way. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Villar is up with it. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for KC. On now to the bottom of inning number. Jake Junis, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Digging in, Jonathan Villar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Orioles, second baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Villar.
And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Batting second, right
So
fielder,
coming to the plate, Adam Jones. Fouled away. Junis is a guy who throws a lot of strikes, rarely walks people, but what does bite him occasionally is the home run ball.
Matt, this is a guy that's not a power type of pitcher, so he needs to rely on being down in the strike zone. One of the keys, he tends to lose being aggressive when he falls behind, and he kind of nibbles around the strike zone. And what happens with that, Matty V, he becomes very predictable, and when you don't have overpowering stuff, you tend to be able to get hit hard.
Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, there are very few guys that can do what Adam Jones can do for a team. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, It's all about getting that front foot down and enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So they go down without a whimper here. Second inning upcoming from Baltimore. It's the Royals 1 and the Orioles nothing. And that brings in Hunter Dozier, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. Here's the first pitch to him. And a jam shot here as this is sent towards second. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
All right, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Orioles. And let's spot shadow first baseman Chris Crush Davis. Doesn't get enough love for how soft this guy's hands are. Constantly picking middle infielders left and right. We get it. He's got power. But look for him to make a nice play on defense as well.
That's a ball. 1. Bases are empty, one man out. And he comes back with one in there for a high strike. Cashner, playing here in his age 31 season, he was selected in the first round during the 2008 draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
Brett Phillips will bat next, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. There's a drive out toward the gap in left center. Cuthbert is on his way home. Now the relay home is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
With 2 outs, I totally understand sending him there, but with only 1 out, you've got to be pretty positive about getting him home safely. Could have been a whole lot better than what they're working with now.
And that brings in the speedy Raul Mondesi Jr. as he'll take a look at ball 1. Counts even at 1-1 to Raul Mondesi. Phillips at third with 2 away. One and 2 the counts of the Royals shortstop.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Line towards center field. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Dan, as a former infielder, I apologize for him. Nothing's more frustrating or upsets you more as a defender than making an error and seeing that guy come around the score.
You know what? And that's one of those cases as a pitcher, D-Row. There's not much you can do. Listen, there are physical and there are mental errors, and you just have to, as a pitcher, go ahead and look past that now and try to pick up your teammate and try to get it out any way you can. I think this one all comes down to poor footwork. The runner really didn't have that big of a lead by any means, so he was probably just simply throwing over there. It looks pretty easy, right?
This ball's down, and that could bring in a run. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. Digging in now for Kansas City, Whit Merrifield trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. First pitch coming, here it is. Takes a high fastball for a strike. To short. Scooped up. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Leading off the inning, Mark Trumbo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
That was an excellent pitch right there. After going soft away, he pounds hard in, and that's a nice pitch.
Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. The next 0-2. And another foul ball. The next 0-2. The next 0-2. Misses for ball one. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number one.
So here's how the Kansas City Royals are positioned defensively. And I'd like to focus on Salvador Perez, the man who dons the tools of ignorance behind the dish. He's a clubhouse leader. He's one of the best pitch framers in the game. He's like a soft blanket back there for this pitching staff.
And that's taken for strike one. Mancini, an imposing right-handed figure at 6'4" tall. He was an 8th round selection back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start. How about the first 5 batters he's faced? 3 of them he's sent down via the strikeout.
Missed with a slider.
Hey, great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Orioles shortstop.
He's 1 pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run, and that ends the inning. We'll see Alex Gordon to start things out when we come back. It's the Royals 3 and the Orioles nothing. Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon.
Leading out for the Royals.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
No balls and 1 strike. Now here it comes. And a good-looking swing there from Gordon, but he can't come up with it, and it's 0-2 now.
I mean, these guys look more like lumberjacks than professional hitters right now. They're hacking at everything.
A ball and 2 strikes to Alex Gordon. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Didn't look to me like that was much of a protect swing with 2 strikes.
No, he was trying to go yard, 2 strikes or not. Kind of looks bad if you strike out like he did, though. I'm sure his manager would have liked for him to focus on getting on base.
Jones on the move. Around first, digging for 2. And that will hop over the wall now as he'll be awarded second base here. It's a ground rule double. And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. Jones looking up into the bleachers and gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and the Royals have opened this up now to 5-0.
Wow, there's a case of a ball up in the zone. Not the easiest pitch in the world to get underneath and drive it out of the ballpark. Good piece of hitting right there. Ball up in the zone. He didn't miss it. He destroyed it.
And that brings in Hunter Dozier as he sends it on the ground to first. Fielded cleanly by Davis. And a step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting.
Here now is Cheslor Cuthbert. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First offering on its way. Tough slider down low for a strike. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High in the air out towards shallow right. Jones is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. The Royals come up with a pair, however, on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. It's the Royals 5 and the Orioles nothing. Digging in, Renato Nunez, and his guys have quite a hill to climb. Down 5-zip here in the early going. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. So 1-1. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Ready now for Baltimore, Andrew Susac. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1. Orioles still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Fastball called for strike 2. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. Coming to the plate now, number 3. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. 3 up. Brett Phillips will bat next as we begin the top of the 4th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Leaps, and he made the catch. He took one out of the stands. Santa Maria.
That was a pretty spectacular catch right there. A lot of guys mistimed that jump because they're worried about the wall coming on. But he got it just right and hauled it in. Great stuff.
And that brings in the speedy Raul Mondesi Jr. Drilled down the line. A dive, but he can't make the play, and it's down the left field line. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
He just smoked this ball right down the line. Take a look here. Hard to tell if it was fair or foul in real time, but you can see it flies right over the bag. Ump was all over it and made a great call.
First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2. Popped him up. VR ranging into shallow right. 2 down. With Merrifield next to hit. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
It's really hard to match up this poor performance when you dive into the numbers. This guy's thrown over 80% of his first pitches for strikes, but he's going to need to have to clean his...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the... for Kansas City, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Into the box now, Jonathan Villar. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
The right fielder, number 10.
One out now in the Orioles' fourth, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Adam Jones. And that one just missed outside. A high fastball is in there.
1-1.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Another 1-2 delivery. And he fouls this one off. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone. Here's Chris Davis now. This guy is still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Davis.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Davis, who's often called Crush Davis. He was a 5th-round pick. A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Now at the plate, Alex Gordon. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Hard hit ball to second. Villar scoops it up. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Digging in to try it again, Salvador Perez will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And that misses for ball 1.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
Number 3 is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Up next for the Royals.
Ready to take his hacks again, Jorge Bonifacio, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and the inning continues. So with that, the top of the 5th is still alive.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes, aggressive style. First pitch, base hit up the middle.
Into the box now, Hunter Dozier. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Up next for the Royals.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Line drive to left. That's in there, base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Now batting.
Boy, this is a big inning, Bruin. How about back-to-back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking the donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows are taken right now. Major traffic. You got to stay within yourself, not try and do too much and get a pitch in your zone.
On to first, and the Royals can't cash in as the inning is over. Here's Mark Trumbo now. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
And it's 2 balls and a strike to Trumbo. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Trey Mancini stands in as he looks at a called strike. Behind 0-2 now. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach.
And he will leap to make an incredible catch. He takes away extra bases to put an end to the inning. One more time. Full extension in left field as he hauls this one in. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Digging in once again, Raul Mondesi. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Liner toward right center. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
Not in time as he steals second. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. Mondesi stands at second with no outs. Looped out toward third, and this will be no problem over at third, and there's the first down. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Whit Merrifield. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
3-0 now. Waiting his turn on deck is Alex Gordon. And that's over. 3-1. And a full count now, 3-2. Right side, hit hard. And that's through into right field for a base hit. He'll come home with it. And Jones puts it on the money. He's out at home plate. Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. He was a ground out victim last time up. Runner goes for second. And they've got the runner hung up between first and second. And try as he might, but he can't escape the tackle. Standing in, Renato Nunez. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. Now batting, Andrew Susak comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Hard hit ball to second. And the Orioles have their first hit of the game. And Hold on a minute now. It looks like we may see that last call challenged here. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there. And we're going to take another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that angle. So we'll see what the decision is from the dugout, whether they want to challenge or not.
And it looks like a no from the bench, so they will not challenge the play, and the call will stand with the runner safe at first base. Number 3 is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. Popped him up. In there, a base hit.
Hey, there's a base hit right there. Now they have a couple of runners on with less than 2 outs, but they're down by so much in this game that hopefully maybe they can get something started here in this inning.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. I played the game a long time. I've never seen a big league hitter give an at-bat away. You chip away and fight until that 27th out is made.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Look out as this bat shatters on impact. Gonna be a tough play, and safe at first on a bang-bang play as that last lunge was enough to beat the throw.
Number 10, Adam.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Back up the middle.
You know, D-Roll,
1 run scores, and the second run will score as well. Here's Chris Davis now. No hits to this point.
Chris Davis.
No balls and 1 strike. 1-1 the count to Chris Davis.
with the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So 2 runs on 4 hits here. No errors, and a runner left on. We're through 6 full. It's the Royals 5 and the Orioles 2. Back here on MLB Network. Royals leading this one as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do so, let's take a look at our game summary to this point.
Alex Gordon.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Yanked on the ground down the line. This is foul for the first strike. On the ground up the middle. Backhanded. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The Royals have elected to.
All right, we'll take one last look at it here. The question is there enough video evidence to change the call to safe? And wow, from that look at it, I think he did beat that throw. This challenge might work out for him.
The decision appears to have been made as the headset comes off, and the runner is safe. So the call is overturned. The runner will stay at first base, and they maintain the right to challenge further plays going forward. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however, to second for 1. Return throw is in time, and what do you know? They do get the double play.
Designated hitter.
And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
What a well-executed pitch right there. Just a little bit off the corner right there. Got a great hitter to go a little bit outside his zone.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. Here's Mark Trumbo now. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Count now, a ball and a strike. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, Trey Mancini. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home. Chop foul right by home plate, and it's a ball and a strike. 5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. Ready for another chance? Tim Beckham. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Swing and a ground ball to third. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. And the deficit remains 5-2. And that brings in Hunter Dozier. Last time through was a base hit. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line towards center field. Number 3 is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Stepping up now, Chesler Cuthbert. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Number 66 will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. This is on the ground over to first, and that will find its way into right field for a 1-out single.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Brett Phillips will bat next. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Way in front of that fastball. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. And that brings in the speedy Raul Mondesi Jr. trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. First pitch on its way. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Now batting, number 7.
Now at the plate, Rosell Herrera. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. He's set. Here it comes. Missed with a slider.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
Popped him up. And Beckham will tuck this one away, and the inning is over. Number 66 is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now. And here's Renato Nunez. He leads off their half of the eighth, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
First delivery to him on the way. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. Dozier is right there, and it's a very quick out number one.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Andrew Susak. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
One of the keys to pitching late in the game's first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Swing and a little tapper, but it gets fouled. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game. Digging in and looking for more, number 3. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Ripped down the first base line. Wind up and the 0-2 pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lifted the other way down the left field line, and that will end up a foul ball. And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game, and a nice look there at the Inner Harbor here in Charm City as we welcome you back to baseball on MLB Network.
Second baseman.
He's set and the pitch. Line drive to left. Mancini is there. One quick out to start inning number 9.
The left fielder, number 4.
Digging in now, Alex Gordon. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch on its way. Hit in the air down the left field line. Around first, he's digging for second. And now this will get over the wall down the line out there for a ground rule double.
Hey, this is what every hitting coach teaches when you start playing baseball. Don't try to do more than you can. Hit the ball where it's pitched, and he does a great job right there as he pushes it down the line nicely, and it bounces over for a ground rule double.
Stepping in now, Salvador Perez. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And the tag's there. He's out at third base. It's a double play, and just like that, the inning is over. One hit's all they get. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jonathan Villar. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Jorge Lopez comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And this one runs up high, ball 1. He couldn't get his hands through there, and it's 1-1. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
All right, let's take a step back right here. He's down 1-2, 3 fastballs in a row. There is no way he's throwing them 4.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Stepping into the box, Adam Jones.
Right fielder, Adam Jones.
Brandon Maurer comes on here looking to get the final 2 outs and earn the save.
Brandon Maurer.
Popped him up. Number 66 has room in foul territory, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Now at the plate, Chris Davis, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. 0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-1. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
5-2 the final score tonight. Kansas City jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jake Junis pitches well enough to get the W. So that's a wrap here tonight. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, we're all thanking you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Have a great night.
Our final line score tonight. First, for the victorious Kansas City Royals, 5 runs on 17 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Orioles, 2 runs on 4 hits. 2 errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 58 minutes. A reminder that Metro subway trains are available at the Lexington Market or Charles Center subway station. MTA Light Rail service will provide extra trains on the Penn Camden Shuttle and can be picked up just outside the ballpark at the Camden Yards Light Rail station.